I'm Arturo Garcia-Costas III. I have the privilege of being the Senior Program Officer for the local, national, and international environment at the New York Community Trust. The first National People of Color Environmental Summit in Washington, D.C. focused particularly on environmental justice issues, which I had just learned about those issues as I was finishing my undergraduate degree at CUNY. So I monitored everything that occurred from that event, including the 17 environmental justice principles. I have paid attention to environmental justice values, principles, and concerns my entire professional career. Environmental justice has been one of my North Stars in my career. The first time I saw any We Act individual speak was at a Community Board 7 meeting, and it was Cecil Corbin Mark, who became really a dear friend in the years after that. I remember listening to Cecil and going, okay, this guy has these people in the palm of his hand. Later on, when I was running the public affairs unit for New York City, I then had to understand who the key stakeholders were in New York City on a variety of issues. So I began to research the superhero origin story of We Act and what happened with the North Shore water treatment plant and how poorly it was being run and managed, and how the successful lawsuit led to the creation of We Act. And that was my first awareness of Peggy and Vernice. Okay, this is an organization I definitely want to get to know. This is a key stakeholder for DEC in New York City. So I began an effort to get to know Peggy, get to know Cecil, and invited them to anything that I was doing where I had the ability to invite them to. We Act has been a partner for the Trust for our New York City program, for our statewide grant making, and our national grant making, time and again, because it is an incredibly effective organization that our funding helped to stand up the federal policy office that We Act created. And it really is a testament to what We Act has been able to accomplish with that federal policy office, how it has transformed itself from an organization with very deep roots in West Harlem to an organization, quite frankly, that has a global reach. There are few relationships that authentically sort of change your life. And my relationship with We Act, with Peggy, and particularly with Cecil Corbin Mark is one of those relationships. Cecil, because of his, of who he was, but it's not at all an exaggeration to say that my friendship with Cecil absolutely changed my life for the better. It's a special privilege, frankly, to be honored by We Act because of the nature of the organization, the nature of the leadership, the nature of the impact it's having on New York City, on New York State, the nation, and the world. But I also think that it's particularly appropriate for We Act to do it in the 100th anniversary of New York Community Trust, because before I joined the Trust was already recognizing We Act's value, and We Act had been a grantee multiple times in the past. So to be honored on the 100th anniversary of the New York Community Trust is pitch perfect as far as I'm concerned.